You are real. But what you think about yourself, know about yourself is not real. But do you have any knowledge about yourself apart from the thoughts, opinions of others about you? Do you have any knowledge? Can you say anything which does not include others' voice? This one is real. It's not dependent on definition of others about you. But if you look carefully, you will see that actually I am all definitions defined by others. And you are also in return giving this gift to others, defining others. So you define me, Rajee, I define you, Sufi, like this. We both remain happy because the more I define you, the more happy you feel, because the more you feel you are. Reason is, you are what you think you are now. Every seeker is made of definition, nothing more. There is more than this, but you are not aware of it. You are not living it right now. Knowing the truth of yourself means knowing yourself beyond definitions, beyond definition of given by others. No, you don't define yourself. You define yourself in context with others, in relation with others. If we are here in this room right now, and we don't define anything, let's say. We are just here. Then it's not that there is nothing which is present here. There is something present, no? Let's give it a name. Body is present. If you ask me, are you alive? I will say yes. Do you exist? I will say yes. Also, all of you will say like this. But more than this will not survive if you don't define. We don't need to say this body, but it is something. Let's use a common word for everything. There is something, like that, which is not dependent on your definition. So whether you define, if you don't define, it will not exist. Remember this. It exists without your definition also. Definition is something like a label which you are putting on something which already exists. If that did not exist before your labeling, how or where you would put the label on? You need something on which you can put your label of definition. So right now what we are saying is, let us discriminate between the definition and the reality of it. Reality of what you are trying to define, isn't it? So that's what we are saying. So we are dropping the definition just for some time, so that we can only focus on the real part of it. So what is your reality beyond definition, without definition? What is your reality? I invite all of you. You tell me. Not that you cannot say anything. You can say maybe something, but it's very different. Do you understand? Do you follow what I mean? So there is a whole world of definitions. This is also a world of persons, separate entities. There is no separation here if there is no definition. We are naturally one. We don't have to maintain this oneness. You will immediately start merging, we all will immediately start merging into each other, The moment you don't hold this definition, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that, I am doing this, I am doing this, I am doing this, I am seeking, I am finding this, that, that. You just let go of this and then naturally you start merging with everything. So that's how naturally you are. On this background, maybe we can have a look together. That what is what. Remember, you cannot afford to go in your mind. Mind means imagination. Mind means definition. Mind means activity. You are engaged with something which does not exist presently. Mind means this. Mind means engagement with something which is not present right now. So when you are going in search of truth, you cannot afford to keep in touch with mind. You cannot afford to remain engaged in mind. Because something which does not exist, how you can guarantee that working on this thing will lead you to the reality of life, which is present. And I can understand your problem. It is mostly because of our continuous habit of living with manuals, user manuals. There is some beautiful fruit in front of you, very delicious. I know this is, but you don't know. You have never met it. You have never seen it. Now you are searching on internet whether it is safe for me or not. Should I eat it or not? And after that, once it is declared that it is safe, then you will check how to cut, what is the best way to cut it, to eat it, before and after, what should I eat. Things like this that you are doing. It is just out of habit. And you will continue living on the same level of consciousness if you continue with this habit. You will never be able to go deeper than this. I am not saying that eat this fruit. I am saying be with it. Explore it, look at it without your user manual. Because try to understand who made this user manual. Who created this user manual. First of all, it will be a borrowed knowledge for you. Somebody else made it. You are using it. The context might be different. The fruit that they were seeing might be different. Their appetite, their state of the body and mind and everything might be different. How in your situation this user manual can be really converted into customized. It will be imposition for some foreign element in your system, whereas like naturally you feel like going on the left side, user manual says that you go to the right, because for that person it was natural that you go to the right. So I am still here. Any one of you say something about it? That does not include others. So anything you speak will be something you claim that I know. You cannot speak your not knowing. Your not knowing will be silence. Whatever you speak will be coming from this feeling that I know, isn't it? And this I know, you must find out first of all, before speaking to me, source of I know. What is your source? For example, if I ask you, can you say something about apple? That would be genuine because you have tasted apple yourself. And then you will say that, well, apples are, and they are grown like this and they are grown like that. I will say, no, this is not what we are interested in right now. It is something which belongs to definition after the experience. We are only interested in experience. So say something about the experience of eating or meeting a apple. Then your language will be very different, and your expression will be based on your own experience which you had in past. Howsoever old it might be, but still it will carry some fragrance of truth. Howsoever wrongly perceived it might be in the mind, but recorded in the mind, but still it will have something real. So now what I am saying is that, what do you know about yourself without defining, without words, without others' opinion? You will start running out of words very quickly. You will say, I am, and you will keep checking, and you will not be able to go further. I am is the only thing you will say authentically. I am. But this I am, before it is I am, and you are being honest, and you check that I am this, but you check this is a definition. It's not my direct experience. It includes others' opinions, others' words in some way, maybe directly or through books, through something else. So it will be a restless I am. I am, and I don't know who I am. And slowly you will become clear that this much you know that I am. And very soon, if you stay like this, in this honesty, you will become clear that this is not some mistake or some problem, state of a problem. This is naturally so. You know about yourself only this much. You don't know more than this. So anytime anybody can ask, you will always be able to say only this much, that I am. Now out of this scene, this I am becomes restful, delightful, joyful I am. Now you are joyfully I am, and you say I am. Not I am Rajee. I am. Just try to check the relation between I am and Rajee. What is that relation? It is a relation of the knower and the known. Even with this Rajee, the relation is relation of the knower and the known. This I am knows there is something called Rajee. how they can be said to be one, how they can be stitched together, or can we do that? Just try to speak Rajee. Immediately it will bring others in you. Is there any Rajee without others, without the context of others, without the relation? Rajee exists only in relation with others, no? Just imagine everybody in this whole world has the same name, Rajee. What will happen in that case? Then it will be like everybody is a human being. Will not have any value, no? So then Rajee is not a normal kind of name. It's a special name. It's my name, you know. This is the feeling we have, no? My name. My name is okay. I can have a name. I am has a name. I'm trying to be accurate in the expression, so I will be inaccurate in grammar also, so which is okay, but try to understand what I'm saying. I am has a name, not that I have a name, no. I am, which is the reality, has a name. It's like this. Nothing wrong here, as long as I am is clear that I am has a name. There is something which is it has, and there is something which it is. I am is something which is, which it is. So there is I which is am, and there is a name which it has. Try to be clear about it. It's something very important. Be clear about this relation. There is something which you have, there is something which you are. Search for truth, search for your true self is search for what you are, not what you have. And that's why whatever state you are in will not affect, will not become an obstacle in the way of self-discovery. It's like somebody want to weigh you, check your weight. So would it matter if you are in a restaurant, in the middle of a lunch or a dinner, in a party, in a birthday, cake is being cut, or lying on the bed, or in a swimming pool, or on a mountain, or in the middle of some fight? Would it matter? No, it would not. There is a very direct relation which does not include any of these things. Your body weight is something which is constant. Like this, your being weight is also there. I am. So wherever you go, wherever you weigh your being, it will always be I am. The only thing is now to realize it. How to realize this fully? By discriminating between what you have and what you are. Keep checking all the knowledge that you have about yourself, all the experiences that you have about yourself, whatever you have, whatever you count, because it's very complex matter inside when you go. Everything that you have, you think you are. That's why you keep living as something else, other than what you are actually. So be clear about these things. Knowing yourself means knowing the self which continuously is, whether it has certain things or not. And if you look like this, you will become clear that there is everything which is changing in some way. And the topic that the thing that we were talking, that you will become clear that everything is an experience in some way. But this time, remember, I am assuming that you are not looking through the definitions. You are looking at everything now, without definition. Without definition means you are not trying to define anything. If you are trying to define anything, you are looking through definition, through mind. Okay? So it's like I can look at it. It's like a direct experience I am having. And suddenly I realize there is somebody else here, sitting next to me and looking at me. And suddenly I may become conscious. Then first of all I may start looking at it in a very artistic, in a very heroic way, like a special person. Very nice. As if I know what it is. And also a certain preparation starts in the mind. If he asks something about it, I will tell him, what is this? Now I am connecting with this through the definition. Then now I am not connecting with it directly. Connect with life, of yourself within, as if there is nobody else. Be psychologically naked when you are encountering yourself. Otherwise, reality is that you are constantly living as if you are surrounded by people. So you are conscious. You are prepared to answer, to behave, to respond, to react. Just for some time, relax. When you are within yourself, when you are in your private space, just relax. Live with yourself without any outsiders. Whenever you are saying anything more than I am, just notice. I am suffering, for example, you say like this, which is something very genuine. No, there is some restlessness, some suffering, experience of suffering happening. But actually, what you are saying is, if you notice carefully, when you are saying I am suffering, then you are saying I think I am suffering. And then what is your experience if you don't think about it? What is your reality without thinking? Is there anything real without thinking? Or everything depends on your thinking? So when thinking ceases, you will disappear or what? Or you will continue? Let us find out this. Anybody want to ask anything? You are welcome.
want me to sing just I am? Of the like burden, like putting anything after I am. There's always like a kind of like feeling that when you're hostage, like put something after that.
It will be. I missed your last point.
Like there's going to be some kind of hostage.
Hostage.
You know, like I say, oh, I am good, or I am, and it's like, okay, now I'm hostage. I have to.
You are imprisoned, you mean?
Yeah.
If you say more than I am.
Yeah.
Yes, it is true.
Like even if something seems really good now, but it's like, okay, if this changes, what happened between, you know?
And the name of the freedom, another name for freedom is I am. And another name for the world, for the imprisonment, for the bondage, Samsara, is I am this, I am that. This is the whole story actually. This covers the whole spirituality. Knowing that I am is always free. I am free. To not get attached with any this or that is awakening to your reality of yourself. Finding yourself in the habit of I am this and I am that, and not finding your way out is imprisonment, is bondage. And the mistake that keeps you going in the field of this and that is that you are searching for your freedom within that field only. So you are saying that I am this means I am bound, and there must be some that which is liberation. So I am bound, this is bondage, and within the same field you are searching for liberation. It will be liberation, opposite of the bondage, experience of bondage that you are having, but it will be another kind of bondage. You were bound with the bondage, now you will be bound with the liberation. Now you will say I am liberated. Now you will live like a liberated man. It is not real liberation. You were suffering, you were imprisoned by the feeling that you are sleeping. Now you will be imprisoned by the feeling that you are awake on the same field. Saying more than I am is entering into this field of Samsara. Those who know this clearly, they don't say anything more than this and remain ever free. Not that I don't do anything, I do many things, but I don't become anything. I remain only I am. So, but you asked a very, very good question. I liked it so much. Saying more than I am, this is what you said, no? Saying more than I am, anything feels like you become a hostage of what you said. You have to live that definition now, you know. A very nice way of putting this. So don't say, don't define yourself. Let others define, you defend. You don't define, you defend in the beginning. They will try to define you, and you will keep breaking their definitions, their imagination, expectations, because you were living naturally from your own nature, from your own self. So let them define, you don't define yourself. Let everybody else define you, but you don't define yourself. You remain undefined. You remain undefined truth, undefined reality. And so beautiful actually to live like this. It is continuously beautiful. It's not that it is beautiful when you are having this event of awakening, and then after that you become a awakened being, which means again you enter into another imprisonment. No. You continuously remain free. And in this moment, I want to bring in another thing. Then now try to understand what is living moment to moment. Living moment to moment means what happened in the last moment, which is gone already. Not only the experiences you had, but also the impression which got stuck on you about yourself, you also let go of that. You come back to your neutrality of I am again. So every moment, this I am remains I am. You are negating everything that happened in last moment even. Because I am is not something which depends on what happened in last moment. It exists, continue existing without that last moment. Even if that last moment never happened, doesn't matter. The reality of yourself, I am, is still here. So you can say the height of freedom will be when we are living moment to moment. So free that even the last moment does not affect. You don't carry even this much definition about yourself, that I am this. Last moment means I was this. I had this experience and I became, you can say I became. You were painting and in the last moment you became a painter. So you said I am a painter. That was real for you in that moment. Knowing very well I am does not become anything. It is just a way to define the reality, temporary reality, you can say, temporary experience that you are having. So you would say, if somebody asks, who are you? I am a painter right now. Right now is in brackets, which you may say or you may not. Depends on the receptivity of the person, but you will say, I am a painter. In the bracket, for you, right now. You will secretly say to yourself, maybe in the beginning, that right now. Because you know in the next moment you are not going to be, you will not continue in this being a artist, painter. You are free to become anything in the next moment. This is your power. You are totally free to be anything in next moment even. You are so versatile. You are so versatile. You can become anything, you can do anything, you have all the capacity. Just become clear about it. Become clear about the essence that you are and the experiences that you have. This is what I was talking about, with you. Discriminate between the experiences and is there anything else? There is, yes, there is something else. Apart from experience, everything is experience. This is what I was saying. And the difference between two experiences would be of age, how long they stay in your consciousness. Some will stay longer, some will stay not so long. But there is no fundamental difference between any experiences. And on top of it, I want to give you even more work. And what is not an experience? Now next question is, what is not an experience? First of all, I said all experiences are same fundamentally. Temporary, come and go. Second, what is not an experience in you? Is there anything in you which is not an experience? And be very genuine, honest, and do investigation about it really. Don't try to answer this question. Nobody needs your answer. I don't need at least your answer. You need your answer. You need this answer. So do your work, do investigation properly. It is not a question to be answered. It is a koan which can reveal the truth of yourself to you. So check what is not an experience in you. You will find there is something. First of all, you very upfront I can tell you, the one who is trying to discriminate how it can be experience. It is something, no? Beyond experience. And if it is not beyond experience, how it can know these qualities, these similarities of the experiences, that every experience is same. You cannot not know the whole river remaining in the river. You need to get out of the river on the shore, on the beach of the river, and then you can have an overview. So the one who is knowing that all the experiences are same is not the experience. Is not an experience, isn't it? How it can be a experience? So rather than improving upon experiences, you go to the deeper layer of experiences. Learn how to jump one layer upon another. Discriminate between the layers of experiences, meaning there are very gross experiences, there are some subtle experiences, there are more subtle experiences, there are very, very subtle experiences, isn't it? So learn how to discriminate between the categories of experiences, not between one experience and another of the same level, of the same grossness or subtleness. Like touch is one type of experience. Looking is different. Feeling is different, isn't it? Now what you are feeling becomes irrelevant in this research. Whether you are feeling sad or happy is not important. Feeling, experience through feeling is something which you are knowing and you are checking, okay. Now is there any other way of having any experience other than your senses, feeling, mind or whatever inside is? In this context, I just want to quickly highlight that we don't really, we are not really aware that when there is any experience of emotion you are having, any emotion is going through you, there are two things which are happening. The emotion itself and your power of feeling touching each other, then experience of emotion takes place in you. Otherwise, this emotion could go untouched. I mean, could go away without touching you. If you were absent, let's say if you were unconscious, for example. It could go. It's like a energy movement. It's just another energy which is moving. But when you don't touch it through your power of feeling, So what I'm saying is, the moment you discriminate between this feeling also, that there is a level of experience through feeling, then the experiences which are happening at this level become irrelevant for you. The power of feeling becomes more important. Then you are focusing more on the mechanism of this feeling. Then where is sadness, where is happiness? It is just some experience you are having through feeling, isn't it? I know this is not so easy, but it's not so difficult either. So anyway, I'm not saying it's so easy. You also don't continue saying it's very difficult, it's very difficult. Try it. It's not so difficult. It looks difficult because you have never tried it under a right guidance, you can say, under the guidance of somebody who has done it himself.